All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. Hello, Pirate Council. May our tall tales please you. When last we left our heroes, they decided to put on a play for you all, and then murder you. That is, if you are Granny Nightshade. But there's a twist. She's seen her future. She's seen her death. And it's only to come during an eclipse. What will our wily crew do? Last we left you, you'd stayed up all night. You'd got into a couple of scrapes with some shadowy shadows, I think. And asked to be put on the bill for a big play tomorrow, which of course you'll have to prepare for. I hope you have prepared for. But you have a couple of hours to kill as the rest of you wake up. You get your long rests in and have a bit of time to scope out a little bit more of the Motherhorn theatre complex. Perhaps find some props that you'll need or some other players to join in your antics. Or possibly even to hide a Pauly somewhere. I'm not sure if this is like a heist situation where you got to put Pauly in a room, in a box with only 10 minutes of air.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And then leave.
Don't even poke holes in there. Thanks, guys.
No one has a drill.
So what's the plan as you find yourselves coming to in one of the small actors' rooms? Not a lot of beds to go around, so it seems like everyone kind of snuggled up to Sorn in the end there.
Yeah. Long rest, yes.
Long rest.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
Can I check, make sure none of my shit's been stolen by these shifty actors?
Yeah, you pat yourself down.
Well, we did actually bar the door too.
We did, yes.
I think
We
you did
did.
bar the door, yeah. Though somehow I think one of the actors has probably gotten in there and like left you some headshots. Like,
How good are these headshots?
let me roll to see.
Yes. It's because they know we're on the bill for tonight, so
They're good. They're good. Yeah.
They're really good.
They're quite good.
All right, I want to go find this guy.
Get him to join our crew.
Always.
What was our plan for the play again? Of like completely
something-
blanked.
Well, Yama has like a kind of a moon helmet, and Sorn had a sun mask.
He has the orb too, that big orb we were using.
Oh, that's right, in his sleeve pocket, right?
The one that we took and then we got attacked by. Yeah.
Yes, he does have that. I like the idea of actually hiding Captain Pauly near the hag, though she can see the future. And
We do have that disguise that we got.
That's what I was going to use. I was going to use a disguise. Be a sneaky boy.
We've got that
So-
mask that was made from the dude that we put in the machine. We also got his robe. So you could disguise yourself as that guy.
Hells yes.
Very Arya Stark of you. There was like an area like down the basement, I think. Lower level we hadn't actually explored yet. Maybe we should go see if there's
a
like
whole
props or
under
something.
area.
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
For sure. That sounds great.
Let's go do that.
Absolutely. If you want to move your tokens. So the headshots so I think you probably got given Pauly a number of headshots. Most of them are pretty whatever. But the one that stands out to you is there's a Elamic the Excellent, which is a human, has his home base or his postal address as Toril, the world of Toril.
Right, do I see him, you know?
Oh yeah, he's out here for sure.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go up to him. Just basically walk up and go, you!
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, yes?
You have what we like to call in the biz, the stuff.
Oh, yes, you got my headshots.
I did, yes. They were very, very, very impressive.
They call me Elamic the Excellent.
I mean, my personal favourite was the Sad Clown, and the Happy Sailor wasn't too bad either. But that Sad Clown was working wonders. I'll be honest.
Yes, brooding yet mysterious.
somewhat sensual as well. I mean, most people fear clowns, but I've got a thing for them.
I fear that my talents are going to waste in this place with all these bitter ends and downers of endings. I mean, sometimes someone wants a triumphant victory or a heroic end, but it's just not what the audience wants here, unfortunately.
No, I understand that. That's fine. I mean, I get it. I mean, we had to rewrite the Lusty Era Cochrane and cut out several sex scenes that were way too joyous.
Oh yes, yeah. I much prefer the director's theatrical cut for sure.
Yeah, they're just the use of a spooge cannon is always just something that you can't forget in theater. It's.
I feel like they don't have that in the Feywild. You know what I mean? You have to import it in, or
it's a pain. We looked into it.
Yeah, it's easier to go to New Zealand for that kind of thing.
Spooge cannons are easier to find in New Zealand. You're true. It's very true. Well, look, and I'm going to just hand him just like papers of just random writings that I don't even know when I did them. Just did them and like, all right, I want you to memorize all of this. And then come back to me and we're going to audition you for tonight's play.
Oh, excellent. What's it called?
Don't know yet.
Oh, interesting. And he kind of starts, he goes over the table, pulls up a candle and just starts frantically reading the lines.
That's it. That's how hot this play is. It doesn't even have a name yet.
And which part will I play?
We'll figure that out.
Oh, a challenge.
You're going to be auditioning for all of the parts. So memorize every single part of this. And literally, by the way, there's fucking Pauly shit, on it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just absolutely inane crap. It's none of this is actually the play. It's just, Pauly saw Sorn writing in a book, so he did it too.
Yeah. He's just going through. He's like, yes, playing all the part, like the Nutty Professor. Let's go.
Yeah. Perfect.
I think I do remember that we had a discussion of an idea that the play could actually be our plan, because this idea of she can see her future, but what if we try to trick her to be like, no, what she actually saw was a play?
I love that.
So it's literally what we're going to do to her, but we do it on stage, and then she's like, oh yeah, what I saw. But I also think Sorn was wanted to destroy the tiny thing, the contraption, that was something he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Isn't that what he's doing now?
I mean,
could be.
Just can't wake up early.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did wake up early. That was a whole thing. So yeah.
Oh, that's right, because he only needed 4 hours rest or something.
Yeah.
Punk ass.
Must be nice.
I think Sorn should dress up as her, right? They've got the same vibe.
I wonder if he would take that as a compliment or not.
True, I wonder.
We should have that new guy. What was his name? The Excellent?
Elemic the Excellent.
Elemic the Excellent. He could play Pauly, I reckon.
Perfect. Actually, that's what it is. Yeah, just random scribbling. So yeah, cool, perfect.
Yeah,
just chuck some letters on him.
He maybe starts to realize that this isn't the lines for the play. This is to get into the character of Pauly.
I love that.
Yeah. Including this shit.
Correct. There's a lot of poo.
Yeah.
I ran out of toilet paper in the middle of the night.
It's getting worse. Stop it.
You see him as you get ready to go and leaving, you see him looking down at his meager actor's purse and pulling out a copper coin to throw at someone from across the room.
Love it.
Oh my god.
Cool. So you wanted to make your way down to the Undercroft area?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Karu and Yama have already left
Absolutely.
to find the entrance.
Okay. During this time, you find that there are other plays going on, or small warm-up acts and things like that. There's some, smash poetry.
Slam poetry?
Smash poetry.
In the Feywild, yeah, it's smash poetry.
Okay.
I always love the idea of normal bars have a bouncer, but cool bars have a splatter. So you're able to actually. I can probably just. I want to see if this works. Actually, can I move Yama onto? Oh, it worked.
Oop.
If you can all move yourself, actually, I can just move you all. It didn't work with Karu.
Oh, it did. It worked for me.
It worked.
Cool. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
I'm going to be really zoomed out. I'm going to have to delete someone just so it focuses on everyone that's actually there. Bye, Sorn.
That's Josh's favorite thing. Oh, like his
Deleting Sorn.
Yeah.
So you make your way down to a sort of this stage workshop. Pass through the Shadow Theatre itself. There's sort of these stairs that go down. This cavernous underbelly of the stage is noisy and hot. Goblins work a forge, sawing wood, dabbing paint onto wooden backdrops. There's a woman in a tight-fitting dress barking orders at the workers while a goblin frantically makes adjustments to her costume using like needles, pins, and thread as she's walking back and forth. So he's trying to like keep up with her while he's fixing stuff. There's a tiny creature chained to a hooded lantern on a tabletop, and it's using a stick of charcoal to sketch something on a piece of parchment at unbelievable speed. A wispy bulb of light flutters next to him, and I'll show you.
He's tiny.
Tiny.
So have a look at.
Oh yeah, he is tiny.
You see that?
No.
That.
So tiny. Oh, yes. Cool.
Pretty.
So this is this woman's in sort of this form-fitting green dress. She's sort of walking back and forth, practicing lines effectively. You catch little bits of snippets of her sort of soliloquy of, "I will no longer pay the price for my actions." No, wait. You cannot hold me to the deal that we once had, foul fiend, and things of that nature, as she's sort of parading back and forth. And occasionally, because she's walking and she's moving, she's obviously occasionally getting like pricked by this tailor that's trying to fix up her dress. So she's like, and keeps getting interrupted and kind of slapping him with her fan.
All right. Oh, so this is a tailor. Oh, okay. All right.
Can we just kind of move through like we own the place?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're meant to be here.
You there, tailor? That's what Pauly's going for at this point.
The tailor kind of looks over to you while he's got pins in his mouth and he's kind of half fixing the dress. And he turns and kind of looks at you and then kind of looks up at the woman. And she says, "Excuse me, what are you doing in here?"
Well, I mean, I'm next.
Yes, we require costumes for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and she kind of snaps open the fan and says, "Well, you shall have to wait your turn. Charmaine will must not be delayed in getting her outfit."
I mean, you should probably stop moving around. He could probably get his job done quicker.
All like 18 of the goblins that are in here, like working on bits of background and scenery and so on, all just focus extra hard on their work at that point. And she turns to you and says, "Oh, and who are you? A attempted actor?"
I am an actor. I just, it comes naturally for me. I don't have to try so hard.
Actually, as Karu said that, he goes, we are talking. Thank you very, very much. And you are being very rude to this fine director. Okay? Do not speak to my amazing talent. I don't know what poison you might do to them.
And she says, "Oh, give me a deception check here, Pauly."
Yeah, sure.
And Karu, do you help him with this lie?
Yeah, I feel like I play right along with it. Just
right. With advantage, then.
Absolutely. I'm kind of already kind of.
Both 18s, 24.
Nice.
Let's see what her wisdom is here. Oh yeah, easily. So her eyes kind of light up and say, "I knew Enderlin would take me seriously. So you're planning the production?"
Not with you.
She looks crestfallen, and she says, "But Enderlin said I would be able to star in the play I wrote." She said that...
In the play you wrote, you can do whatever you want. But right now it is swill comparative to the masterpiece that we are creating here. And next time you treat the staff so terribly, how could you ever say that you are a playwright or an actor if you look, if you misuse the amazing hard work of the people behind the scenes?
And can I just kind of
I'm gonna just dress her the fuck down.
and I just want to add in Goblin, brothers, how can you let her treat you this way? Come, you are better than this. Just so that only they understand.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all their little, their pointy goblin ears kind of prick up at that. And you can hear in kind of the low murmuring of Goblin in the background, that they're just like, well, Mistress says the bitter end tells us we must obey. We do the work, and I mean she hits us with that fan if we don't do what she says. And they're all very but the work seems to have kind of slowed amongst the room as they're all kind of looking around. They're like, are we unionizing?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, fuck yeah. You know what? I have a quote. Sorry, as I wear my fucking union shirt too. One sec, I got a quote. All right, and I'll do this in character. All right, and I'll actually, I got this. Oh, I've got this. I'm gonna need your help there, Yama.
Okay. Am I interpreting?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Yes, you are. Okay, 1 second. I just need to find it. Sorry. All right. Actually, I have it. No, it's in the car. No, yeah. Give me a second.
It's all right. While that's happening, Karu is looking at the little guy that's doing all the drawings and just like, what's he drawing?
So he
what
looks.
What is he?
What is he and what is he drawing?
He's almost like a tiny little mole man.
Can we fit him in our pocket? Oh my god, he's so cute.
So cute. All right.
So cute.
I've got
this. He's drawing diagrams for various kind of contraptions sketched with charcoal. And you can see he's drawing at like a rapid pace. Like he's blurry.
Cool.
I think Karu actually maybe tries to interrupt and is like, do you have a going rate? Do you do portraits?
She says the Charme sort of says, don't interrupt him. He's doing important work. He does not belong to the production company. He is mine.
Does he do portraits?
Yeah.
He can. And she looks over at sort of what he's got so far. There's just pieces of paper strewn all about that table. The piece of paper bigger than him, where he's just drawn all kinds of strange contraptions, siege weaponry, things like that. And she says, at this rate, he shall be done in the next hour. I'm sure we could fit you in.
Excellent. And I just keep watching him draw, and I think Pauly's got something to say.
Oh yeah. And are they? He's mine. It's what? Do you think you own him?
you ask that, and like you can see that he is chained to a lantern that's sitting on that desk.
Oh.
And she just levels with you and says, yes.
Do you think you own all of these men?
No, just that one. And men is a stretch.
Yama, I need you to translate this for me. Now, there was a famous quote done by the Working Men's Benevolent Association, and it's something that I want all of you to listen to every word of. Men, if you must die with your boots on, die for your families, your homes, your country, but do not longer consent to die like rats in a trap for those who have no more interest in you than the pick you dig with.
Give me a performance check with advantage.
Oh my god.
We're going to unionize. It's actually a really great quote.
Yeah.
25.
Oh, hells yes.
What is her? Okay, yeah. She sort of looks around and casts sort of a baleful stare at all the goblins, trying to get them to settle down, but she fails miserably. As she does so, with her 7 on intimidation, you see like she turns to like stare at them all and kind of still walking, looking up and down the rows of goblins working. But the goblin seamstress, or the goblin tailor, who is kind of working on her stuff, like he's obviously like pinned something because he was working on it, and she just like trips and falls over in the middle of the room. And all the other goblins kind of look around and start like not lowering their tools, but walking away from what they're working on, still holding their tools.
Can I?
Sorry.
Yeah.
What did you say, Timmy?
I said, are they walking towards it?
I think they're just kind of milling about at the moment. Like, work has stopped.
I was wondering, the chain that the little dude has, like, is there an obvious like shackle, or is it like, does it look easy to break because he's small?
Yeah, there's certainly like a small lock on there that you think if you had a key or the thieves tools you could try and pick, but the chain itself is probably not. It's probably within your power to break, sure, because it's designed to hold him, not necessarily like someone like yourself.
Yeah, I feel like when she, like, as Yama and Pauly are doing that, I feel like Karu is still doing that. Oh, I'm looking at his drawings, which I am. But, like, I've, like, put my body, like, between, like, the little dude and the lady. Mm-hmm. And I feel like at the moment that she, like, trips and loses her composure, I want to, and, like, maybe there's a little bit of a noise. I think he wants to, like, try and free the dude.
Absolutely. Give me an athletics check to try and break that chain.
Come on. Oh, 23.
Fuck yeah.
So you, with hands or with tentacles, you break this thing?
I would say with the tentacles. I reckon that's where I'm strongest, is my tentacles. Yeah. And also, like, what it means is if she is looking, like, he wears his tentacles like a scarf when he's not using them. So it's just like one of them just, like, comes down. So, like, from behind, his arms are at his side, so she can't see.
In a fraction of a second, sort of in sort of a moment, you see, like, the air around him blur, and he, you see him, like, sprint around the table, pick up as many of the pieces of paper as he can, and he just leaps into your jacket pocket with, like, the folds of paper. And there's the little glowing light that was kind of hovering above him as he was working, goes dim, but, like, not completely out, and you see that fly into your pocket as well.
Dope.
Yeah, I feel like Karu maybe turns around and makes direct eye contact with Pauly and maybe mentally just goes, I did something you usually do, now what?
SOS.
This. And I'm going to nod at Yama, like, knowingly, going like, this is murder time.
And I think Yama, for once, is actually on your side with this too, and he nods back because
Yeah,
he's
let the
all
goblins
against
do it.
enslavement. Yeah.
Yeah, let the goblins do it. So say it in goblin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
let
no,
me,
100%. So
well, let me throw some goblins into the mix here then. So we've got all kinds of goblins around the room.
We came down here to look for costumes and props, and what have we done instead? I love it.
we found costume and props,
and we've got a little artiste in my jacket pocket now.
So Yama is maybe just going to give the word like something goblinish, which I think would be cool. Maybe is like destroy the oppressor or something in goblin, and we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, I think we're all going to start moving, and I think we're all going to roll initiative.
I'm just gonna go stand at the door and block it so she can't get out.
Oh man, this is savage.
I don't want us to do anything. I want the goblins to fight for themselves.
I have a tiny man in my pocket. I'm not doing anything.
Sort of lock the door. Is there a lock?
No, there's no lock on this door, unfortunately. All right, if everyone could roll initiative.
Fuck yes, I'm so excited.
Oh man, 13.
No, I don't want to go first.
Yama, you got a 4.
Yep, rub it in.
And you're controlling Lot, aren't you? There we go.
Yes.
All right. Well, first things first. One of the goblins kind of starts moving towards her, raising. He's got sort of knitting needles. He's been working on, putting together tapestries and things like that. He's going to run in and.
They get a nat 20.
Yeah, that's a 30, right?
30. Do they get a nat 20?
Their initiative, yeah.
That's awesome. They're so eager.
Yeah, they sort of start going in and piling in. Charmaine is going to use a legendary action to say...
Use a legendary action?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
She... as she's there sort of crouched, she's half picked herself up, but like she's, the goblins start sort of moving in around her. Where is it? She says, Nocturly! And you feel sort of a ripple of magic flow out from her, and the bookshelf comes alive.
Maybe we do have to fight.
Right next
and
to
the
cleric.
No.
And a number of
Not
costume pieces of armor animate.
Oh my god.
And step forward to her defense.
We haven't fought anyone yet.
This is a lot.
Alright. But first goblin tries to get some kicks in, doesn't do any real damage. The goblin tailor, who is kind of right next to her, also fails to hit. They're just not doing great. One of the goblins who sees the armor animate rushes over to attack it. Does that hit? I gotta run two sides of a fight here. This is fun.
True, you're attacking yourself.
Yeah. Starts sort of going to town. He's got sort of a lead pipe that he's sort of bashing in this costume armor with that's come alive. Let's get some battle music. Alright, Karu.
I'm assuming this rug just leapt up in front of me. I was kind of half standing on it.
Yeah, so it's probably still under you, I would say, and it's starting to come alive after she said the magic words.
I feel like I think with all the animated things happening, I think Karu whispers into his jacket pocket stay in there and you'll be safe. And I'm gonna attack the rug, I think. It's right there. I'm gonna do my Crimson Right there on my cutlass thing,
Yep.
whatever it is. And it's going to be, I seem to always go for fire, but I feel like fire would be good against a rug. So
Oh.
I think so.
let me just take my, damn it, 5 necrotic damage. And then I will attack the rug. Yeah. First attack, 21.
21 will definitely hit.
Yeah, the rug. 8 slashing damage plus 1 fire damage.
Yep. You've definitely hurt the rug.
Well, I'm gonna hit it again.
Yep. It definitely does seem to be vulnerable to fire. You know, you're burning away, you're singeing away the bristles and so on.
Yeah, its little tassels are on flame. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 hits.
9 slashing damage and 2 fire damage.
Yep. You've bloodied the rug.
Ooh,
You've frayed the rug.
frayed the rug. It's half a rug now. That's all I can do. I don't. I suppose I could move. The rug could hit me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll move to like get away. Yeah, I can get all the way over there.
Yep. You will pass by the animated library though.
What about there?
Yeah, I think if you click, you create waypoints. So
Yeah.
you can get there. I think you can get there. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
the
don't
rug's
know.
going to make an attack on you.
Damn it.
But a 7 will not hit.
No. Meow. That's my turn.
And your little buddy.
I'm a friend.
Buddy. All right, one of the armors sort of just reaches out, and it's got sort of like a prop sword that just brings down on the goblin in front of it, and lightning crackles along it, and this goblin goes flying and dies.
Oh,
Wow.
poor goblin.
It.
And it starts marching towards you, Yama.
Okay. I think the more goblins we can save, the more extras we have for our play.
I agree.
It's going to bring its sword down to hit you, but I assume a 13 will not hit.
Nope.
A broom that looks like it's sort of a prop toy, a prop witch toy, is going to fly past. How fast is it? 50. It's going to fly over to where you are, Pauly.
Mm-hmm.
And try and smack you with the broomstick. 13 to hit.
Nope.
And I assume 11 will not hit either.
No.
One of the goblins here is sort of kind of in a fight with... he's got sort of small little throwing knives that he's throwing at each of the as the libraries kind of come to life. The library's kind of hurling books at him, and he's kind of trying to dodge out of the way, throwing knives at each of the books that are coming at him. And he hits. 6 damage. Okay. One of the goblins, he's got sort of a big hand saw that he was working, an axe at a saw that he was working on wood. So he rushes in. What's he got here? Tricksy Warrior. No creature misses them with attack. Okay, cool. So he rushes into one of these animated armors and strikes. Oh, dead on. Nice. For 7 damage. You think these goblins, though, are definitely not up to the task of taking these animated objects on their own.
Right. Okay.
Probably need to get her to break. It's probably a concentration spell or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna go beat her up.
That goblin. So one of the armors tries to hit the goblin with the saw, but he's so crafty and tricksy that he kind of leaps out of the way, and because he got missed, he gets to make a free attack. And attacks back at this guy for 7. So the goblins start swarming and landing a few hits here. Where's this guy? One of these armors just seems to be sort of, or one of these goblins seems to be holding back in the true style of Yama, kind of trying to hold the 300 gates, just by himself out here, and he kind of dodges some of the attacks and then gets slammed, but he looks like he's made of sturdier stuff. What's this guy gonna? One of these armors gonna run up to you, Yama, and just kind of slam into you. 23 to hit.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
For 5 damage.
Awesome.
Pauly.
All right, I am going to dodge. I'll take the opportunity attacks against the broom, and the bookcase, and I'm gonna fly in. I'm gonna shoot Charmaine as I'm flying in.
14 from the broom, I assume does not hit.
Doesn't hit, no.
And 9 from the chained library.
No. So as I was flying, I would have shot her.
Yep.
25 to hit.
25 definitely hits. She's not wearing any kind of armor. She's wearing.
She scared me with the fucking dingo.
Magic.
Yep. 18 damage.
18.
Mhm.
Yep. That bloodies her.
Great, and I'm gonna stab her with Talon's Wrath. 25 hit also.
Definitely hits.
Oh my god.
31 damage.
How do you do this?
Literally, just shoot her, and then just scream "Workers Unite!" and then stab her through the fucking eye.
Yeah.
As I just pin cushion her, like.
So she sort of clutches at her eye as you stab her. She collapses to the ground. The things don't stop animating. Any of you who are... I don't think any of you are trained in Arcana. I'll let Karu do it because you know weird eldritch nonsense.
I do, yes.
Do you want to give me an Arcana check?
Can I do it through...
all the nonsense.
Can I do it through smell? Can I sniff the
I smell the
bookcase?
magic.
Yeah.
If you could do hearing.
Yeah, I can do hearing as well.
Yeah, give me a... Yeah. Because it has to do with hearing.
Okay, cool. Yeah. 16.
You, with your sort of demon hunter, blood hunter knowledge, you think that she said a command word that activated the magic in this room on these objects. She was not concentrating on a spell. It's not her spell. And you're pretty confident there is another command word that would shut them down. But she is now unconscious.
Yeah. It's not my turn. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you can certainly relay that to the team if you need.
Well, then I think if I can, Karu kind of and also the advantage was for Fae and undead. It wasn't because of smell or hearing, but either way, he's just maybe get her back up and get her to turn these guys off. Turns out she wasn't concentrating. Turns out we need her to say a word.
Pauly picks a bit of brain off his rapier.
Yeah. If you could, try. Does that bit of brain have the word written on it, Pauly?
I did say I'd fucking kill her. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I could argue that she is currently making death saves effectively, right?
Sure.
The word that she said, was what language was it?
Excellent question.
Yeah. Is it Elvish?
And did she say on?
Yeah, kind of. That's kind of what I'm getting
at. The word she said was nocturly, which I think you would know is kind of like, I don't think you know the language. It's less elven and more like deep Bay. You probably like make a bit of a connection, but not know the exact word. But it sounds kind of like wake or awaken.
Yeah.
So whatever the other word is,
I feel like Karu just like maybe because I feel like this has no consequence, is just like saying like the Elvish word for like sleep, go to sleep, and then like just changing some of the syllables to see if he can just trick into Deep Fae, knowing full well no. But that's just what he's doing in the background.
Cool. Well, I mean, if you want to make that your when we come around, if you want to make that your turn, we can attempt that too. I'm open to that. If you want to tell me how you would, as a check, kind of try and figure that out.
All right. Yeah, I'll think about that.
Anything else from Pauly while he's in the midst of it all?
No. Just pick up a bit of brain off his rapier. He admits that fully. I mean, yeah. We can say death saves if you want, but yeah, sure.
Well, she's definitely unconscious, right? I mean, normally, you kill because it's like you're no one's gonna come save them from their death saves. True. If you want to, I'm happy to say.
Okay. All right.
But, she has the same kind of thing as you guys, right?
Yeah, of course. I will. I can't really do much else though. For now, at least.
Yeah, I think you've done everything.
Huh?
I think you've done everything that you normally do. One of the libraries starts sort of whipping its chains around to try and smack this goblin with its books, but fails to do so. The Rug of Smothering grabs one of the goblins and wraps it up. It is, and that's its whole turn. The Briganock in your pocket, Karu, sort of pokes his head out. His little orb comes up with him, and his big sort of snooter sort of sniffs around and stuff, kind of looks at what's going on, and he, you see him blur with speed, and then sort of reach out and kind of touch you through reach out of your pocket to touch your chest. He casts haste on you.
Oh, that's the best.
Would he know the word?
Well, no, that's what I'm going to do in my turn.
Great.
I was like, I'm going to ask the dude.
Yeah.
And so he's probably like talking at you in his like little language, and he's talking really, really fast. And then when he touches you, it feels like he slows down, and then now like it's a normal kind of thing. He's no longer blurred around the edges for you. He's still moving a bit fast for you, but not nearly the same.
Hey, Dylan.
Hello.
Good day.
We started it. We started a goblin union for seamstresses, like a seamstresses union, and now we have to murder the boss.
Can do. I got a 17 on my stealth save. I'm hiding in the corner.
Love it.
He's in the walls.
He's in the walls.
Let me pull you into the room here. We're only in the first round of combat. There's quite a lot going on. Let's pull you. We'll say that you're off the. You're out here.
Oh yeah.
You roll initiative for me.
Yeah. Let's just 9.
Perfect.
You are actually next in the initiative.
Yep, perfect. All right. Well.
So to give you a bit of let me just give you a bit of an idea of this room. So as you open the door, you're on one of the sort of docks that was overhanging the big cliff, and there's sort of a winch above you that leads to backstage. As you open the door here, there's sort of a cavernous underbelly beneath the stage. You were hearing a lot of noise in there that it went really quiet, and then now it's obviously a cacophony of noise and fighting again. Goblins who were in here before, perhaps when you snuck past, were sort of working at forges and woodworking and things like that to make backdrops and stuff for the stage. And there was this sort of haughty looking woman here. She is currently unconscious, bleeding out on the floor. A lot of the armors, sort of costume armors, the bookshelves themselves, a rug have all come to life, and the goblins have risen up in a union strike event, specifically the striking of this woman and the props. And you see all your friends kind of in there fighting on the side of the goblins.
Okay, so we're trying to kill the one that's unconscious, yeah?
What's that?
We're trying to kill the one that's unconscious?
No.
She's
she's
bleeding
dead.
out.
I fucking one-shot her.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So continue to bleed out then?
For
she will
now,
continue
we'll
to
try
bleed
wake
out.
her up.
But I think what I explained to Karu was that the spell she cast, or the magic word she used to animate all these things to her defense, she was not concentrating on a spell. It was not her spell. She said it, and a spell activated in the room, animating all these objects. So without the magic word to shut them down, they are still animated and still fighting.
Okay. Well then. I'm outside, so I would have heard
Yeah.
her say it. Yeah, well, I'm going to kick the door open
Mhm.
and jump in. Be like, what the fuck's going on in here? Okay.
I think Karu says hi to you, but really fast.
Yeah. Hi. I'm going to use my action to... Oh, actually, you know what? It's a new day, isn't it? Oh, no,
It is a
I don't
new
want to
day.
use
You've
that
all been
yet.
long rested.
Don't want to use that yet. I am going to... Ooh. Can I make an Arcana check of the room to see if there is a certain point in the room that this magical effect has originated from? Like, what thing has been activated?
Sure. Yeah. Give me an Arcana check.
12?
You don't think you can spot it with a 12, with all the chaos that's happening in this room.
Okay. I'm going to use my favored by the gods. And I'm going to add a 2d4 to that. Three, 15.
Unfortunately not. You
Damn.
stepped into the room. I'll give you that you would have heard the magic word, which was Altharian, which, as similar to Karu, you probably know that has something to do with awaken or wake up.
That was a different word.
That's the answer.
Oh, god damn it! Well,
That's okay. We won't know that.
yeah, you don't know that. What did I say before? Oh, Nocturi. Nocturi.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Which weirdly sounds more like it would mean sleep.
Go to
of
sleep.
not.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's another magic
That you don't know.
that you don't know.
Okay.
I mean, you wouldn't have guessed it from... There's no way you could know that word from this room. But yes, there is a magic word.
Okay. Well, which... I've used my actions, but I have to use a bonus action.
I'll say you don't have to use your action to do that Arcana check. I think you've kind of scanned the room. It's almost like a perception check.
Okay. I am going to...
You weren't trying to like influence anything. You were just trying to suss out.
Just trying to gather information as best I could. All right. Well, in my quick look around the room, does anything look like it's more threatening than anything else?
Sure. With the most threatening thing here is probably there's sort of a heavy suit of armor that's trying to attack Yama and Pauly right now. There are smaller suits of armor the silver suits of armor are kind of less impressive. They're more like paper mache, cardboard, plastic, wood. The one that's attacking Yama is properly made of metal, and has a big great sword.
Okay. Well, I don't have any spells, so I can't shut it down. And I can't counterspell the room.
No. But yeah, you do think, if you had some kind of dispel magic or anti-magic field or something.
Yeah.
That might affect these kind of things.
Well, anyway, since they look the most threatening, I'm going to use Fairy Fire on these two.
The goblin's on your side.
Okay, well then I...
So this armor is the scary one, the purple
We're
one.
unionizing the goblins, by the way.
The purple armor, like here.
Yeah, that's the scary one.
I don't see it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's no token for me.
Everyone else see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Now I can see it. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I am going to... Actually, no. Instead of that, I'm going to hex it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to... It's a suit of armor, so I'm going to impose a... con save? How do we feel about that, guys?
4.
Impose a con save on it for anything.
So
armor?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so it's got a con save disadvantage now. And 1d6 necrotic. So there's my hex. And then I'm going to... well, it's not conscious, really. It doesn't have a brain, so I can't do that. I'm going to cantrip it instead. I'm going to hit it with a firebolt from across the room.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's cool.
I like it.
20 to hit for 7 damage.
20 does not hit.
Wow. Okay.
It just pings off the armor.
Okay. And I'm going to say... Well, that didn't go as planned. Well. Okay. I'm going to sort of move around the room a little bit. To actually... I'm just going to jump to here. Stand there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Alright, so Sorn joins in the party, lobs a firebolt at the sort of scary looking armor, and dissipates over it, and it kind of crackles with lightning as he hits it.
Morning, Sorn.
How you doing? This is a real interesting series of events.
Yeah, we're good at this.
Yeah.
Starting shit.
That goblin was dead. This armor here is kind of wailing away at some of these goblins. And one of these goblins kind of falls over after being slammed with a big meaty fist, or a big papery fist. The sorcerer, the warlock that you knocked unconscious with a rapier to the face, is going to roll her first death save. Just in case you want to bring her back. A swarm of animated books flies at you, Sorn. And they try and club you with their book. The ability is actually called Book Club. 18 to hit.
Yep.
You take 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I assume no reactions or anything like that?
Well, I do have a reaction, so I'm going to use the Hellish Rebuke. At 2nd level.
What kind of save does it have to make?
A Dex save. 17.
It fails.
Alright, takes 12 fire damage.
These books are obviously very dry because they just go up in flame and turn to ash and fall to the ground.
Very good.
Yama.
Okay, Yama is going to move through Pauly's space.
Alright, you'll take an attack of opportunity from the armor
Pauly.
below you.
That's cool.
19 to hit.
Nope.
Nope.
Ooh. I'm going to use my lay on hands full of healing and just pump 1 point of healing into the lady on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically want to like kneel beside her, maybe my sword kind of like over her, like vertically down at her like throat or eyeball or something. And as she kind of awakens, I want to just tell me the word to put everything back to sleep. And I want to intimidate her.
Oh, for sure. So as you sort of pump one health into her, a little bit of that lay on hands. Definitely roll with advantage for that intimidation.
Oh, cool. So weird.
You've
natty
brought her,
18.
you've literally brought her back from the brink here.
And left her right on the brink.
Yeah.
So it's a 26.
Oh yeah. So she wakes up, looking at you, and you just say like, "What is the word?"
Yeah.
Reese.
Does everyone else remember it?
It started with A.
Yeah, something like
Astarte.
Falafalus.
Astarte.
She looks around, like blood half caking her face, looking around in horror, and she just says, "Alfari," and all the animated things kind of stop moving. Some of them walk back to their place on the wall and then just go back to not moving again.
So Yama is just gonna maintain that position, but he's just gonna look back at Pauly and be like, Captain?
Oh, do I get to murder her now?
Well, she's alive again, and I'm like threatening her on the floor, and I'm kind of looking to you for direction, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Murder
give
it
to
is.
the goblins.
What's that, sorry?
Give it to the goblins.
Yeah, okay, so I'll like stand up and step back, and maybe in Goblin say, do as you like.
I think it's at this moment she's kind of looking around the room in horror. She finally sees Sorn, as he wasn't in the room before. And as these goblins are about to descend on her, you can see... actually, everyone give me an insight check.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
Is this Sorn's mom? I got a 4.
Oh no, I got a 3. Oh my
I don't
god.
think it's Sorn's mom.
I'm gonna
Oh.
give me a second. Give me a second.
And fucking lot roll.
We all got sub 10.
I mean, you don't have you don't have to use it for this, but I have not been keeping track of how many advantages you have
re-rolling
in the
that.
pool thanks to
That's all
I feel
good.
like, I feel like
I used a.
that's amazing.
Lot got a
None of us
24.
noticed it.
I got a 16. I used my quantum magic.
Lot got a
Lot wins.
24.
Yeah, she has a +8 wisdom.
Oh, that's
Hold
true.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think Lot certainly figures it out. I'm just trying to think whether Lot would say anything.
That's true.
She's definitely like her whole time here. I mean, she didn't really do much, but she's looking at this woman like with disgust, just kind of like, ugh. How she's so rude, but Lot and Sorn, I think, pick up on. She sees Sorn and there's like recognition on her face, and the fear that she had for Yama, and Pauly, who just killed her. There is a deeper fear looking at Sorn for a moment. So Sorn, she looks at you. You get this feeling that like she's forgotten that she just died and was brought back, or even if she remembers that, like she realizes that, seeing you here, she is more afraid of you than the afterlife for like a moment.
Okay, I'm just gonna quickly shout, like, stop for a second.
The goblins are like,
God damn it.
And I'm gonna, like, I'm just looking at her and I wanna, like...
the goblins are looking at Yama, like, and Pauly, like...
I feel like Yama and Pauly just like,
I just go like Pauly like raises his hand, like stay for now.
I'm gonna walk over to her with, this is a complete shot in the dark. I'm gonna take out my dream crystal, and I'm gonna touch it to her head and see if anything happens.
She looks like afraid. She's kind of trying to like scoot back, as she's looking at you, and you sort of pull out this dream crystal. So the dream crystal you received from Dream, is that right?
From the dream, yeah. It's for catching nightmares.
She's kind of like looking at that fearfully, looking at you. You reach forward, touch it to her forehead. Nothing happens. She flinches though, as if like you're about to shock her or do something. She's sort of like bracing herself. And then she looks at you and goes, "You're not him."
I'm going to speak into her mind and say, who?
Malev. Did he not send you?
No.
I thought he realized that I'd betrayed him and sent you here to lock me in some kind of nightmare.
Oh, well, never mind. Don't jump to answers too quick. I might knock you in my own kind of nightmare. But Malev. Is Malev drow? And we know this already.
You've certainly heard the name Malev.
Yeah, we know of Malev, but I don't think we know what he looks like.
No.
He was always sort of enshrouded in shadow.
So
like
he's
a drow.
Yeah. So is he drow?
He's something else. He takes
Oh. Okay.
many forms.
Well,
He's a spoopy boy.
But you and him have the same aura.
Spoopy.
Spoopy boy.
That's
that aura of
Extra
death.
spoopy.
the king of shadows.
Spoopy and emo.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Well, okay. What can you tell me of Malev?
He's holed up in the palace. He's looking to steal a magic staff.
I know that. What else? Like, I think I don't like this guy. I'm not 100% sure right now, but
He has something of he's trying to blackmail Zybilna.
is he trying to blackmail?
You maybe know her as Desire. It's not her real name.
Yes, he is. Yeah, I've seen what I believe to be his desire.
I don't know what leverage he has over her, but it's got to be considerable.
Yeah, well, she's currently locked up in a crystal, so...
Yeah, I may have betrayed Malev by telling the witches of his plan. And so when they all arrived, when Malev and his team arrived at the palace, the hags used them as a diversion to capture Zybilna.
So you're out here training everyone.
Well, I realized that
Yeah.
what he was doing was pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, I'm trying to get Desire back. So you see where the problem lies here now. You're part of the reason that this is happening here. You're part of the reason that the hags are now in power.
Well, yeah, Malev's had to cut a deal with them now.
You're also part of the reason that I am cursed at the moment. Because that wouldn't have happened if you hadn't have done what you did. Sorn's like getting angry.
Yeah.
Like he's placing blame in someone else instead of Pauly for once. And he's just like,
Speaking of, I thought Timmy was just bent over that camera for a long, long time, but I think his camera's frozen.
think so
Frozen.
too.
Yeah, he's just frozen.
I the camera frozen.
Yeah.
Everyone's camera's freezing today.
Not mine. I don't think.
Yeah, mine.
No,
seems
you
pretty good, I
haven't.
think. I'm just gonna say,
I'll fix it in a bit.
well, what can you tell me of this hag? What can you tell me of Malev? Bargain. Beg. Prove your worth.
And if I tell you, you'll let me go?
That's to be determined.
Pauly,
What I will do to you will be so much worse than what Malev could do to you.
Pauly behind Sorn's back and goes, and we just whispers loudly to the goblins, "Oh, don't worry, we'll kill her."
What I will do to you, like even short of what the goblins will do, what I can do is so much worse. Prove your worth, and maybe you will stay my hand, have a quick death from them.
Desire isn't her real name. Neither is Zabilna. She took that mantle. She was once an archmage.
What was her real name?
Igwilv.
With the Archmage, you say?
The stories go that she spent some time. She's traveled for centuries under different names. She's rumored to have liaisons with demons. She got adopted by Baba Yaga. And made some kind of perhaps deal or took some kind of power to take this station of desire.
Okay. How do I break the crystal?
The hags used her cauldron, Igwil's cauldron, a powerful artifact made by her with the help of Baba Yaga to trap Igwil in time. The cauldron can be destroyed by a flame-tongue sword, or the entrapment can be undone with a unicorn horn.
Oh, that's why he wants to make a unicorn horn staff.
Shit. So he's trying to untrap her.
Malev wants something from... He lured a team to Desire's palace and was going to use his leverage over Desire to take the magic staff off this mage, one of the mage that was with them. But his plan came undone when they were all trapped in time.
Okay.
This is the team of that we perhaps run into, the Zarak, the assassin.
Yeah, right, yep.
Did you say that out loud?
Yes, I do, yeah.
She says, yes, Zarak, that's one of his assassin.
Yeah,
Yes.
we had a run-in with him.
We have some information on his team. Perhaps you can tell us more. How much do you know?
This is Dan looking that up.
Yeah, we had some names. War Duke, his right-hand man.
Yeah.
A
War Duke
necromancer.
has a flame-tongue sword. And he's just a brute. But he is loyal to Malev. My pact was with Baba Yaga. So when Cait came out that so my allegiance was to Baba Yaga and her daughters. So I could not betray them when it came down to it. There's Zarak and a necromancer, Zargash. He worships Orcus, the demon prince of undeath.
That would make sense for a necromancer.
Orcus has promised to transform him into a vampire or something if he, has a lifetime of faithful service.
If he wants undeath, I'll give him undeath. I'll keep him just on the brink. Never be able to die. Never be able to live. Is that what you want?
No.
Okay.
I'm more of a power for power's sake kind of person.
Yeah,
I want to live with my power.
Yeah, okay. Well.
And look where that got you.
Yeah. hasn't done very well so far. That living with that power. Turned all of these fine goblins against you. To the point that we are here.
Look, I'll admit, the treating lower people like trash was working very well until someone bigger and badder came along to back them.
Yep. Do you see the error of your ways?
Yes.
Oh man.
You had to think about that.
I feel like an insight check needs to happen to that.
Yeah.
Someone's not even going to make an insight. There was a pause.
Counterpoint, Sorn.
Mm-hmm.
Is Sorn at all hiding his hypocritical nature in that question?
No, absolutely not. No, Sorn's not. Sorn's just one of the bigger and badder people at the moment, so he does not care. It's like, oh, okay.
Let me drop us out of combat, actually. I think this combat's over.
I feel like you're not even... From what I can tell, and I walked in late, you weren't using your power. You were unconscious, on the floor.
Sorn. Yama agreed to the murder, okay? That's
that's...
that she needs to get murdered.
No.
Perhaps
and
not
Sorn
so
will
much that I agreed to the murder, but agreed to the retribution that these goblins deserve.
You should have seen it. Like, absolutely ignoring what Yama was saying. Like, you should have seen it. Yama was all like, yes, murder this little bitch. And then drank some tea and everything. It was really cool.
Sorn will shoot like a stern look over at Pauly, but like in a way that she can't see his face, and he'll wink. And he'll be like, yeah, but if she's learned her ways, and then Pauly will hear in his mind, don't worry, we're gonna murder her.
I think she certainly sees, like, not hears any of that, but sees Sorn. Actually, give me a deception check, Sorn, if you can. If you're hiding that malevolent nature.
27.
I don't think she's going to pick up on it.
Sorn just looks huge and imposing and just terrifying. Like he's putting on as much evil as he can for this interaction. Like he just does not care.
She says, let me go, and I will tell you where my staff is.
What is your staff made from?
Mine is an eldritch staff that... I'm going to find her nonsense now.
I mean, we as player talk, we can let her go, but we're not speaking on behalf of the goblins.
Sure.
Yeah.
Exactly, we can agree to we won't kill you, but
yeah, I did just get a 27 deception. So.
Yeah, she thinks that there's definitely like room to that there's a chance she'll get out of this, right? Like,
I'm going to say to her, well, tell me, where is your staff? And as I say it, I'm going to subtle spell detect thoughts.
Ooh, very good.
Yeah, I'm figuring this out.
For sure. So she, obviously, like, looking in her position that she's in, she says, let me get to the door. I will tell you where it is, and I have your word that you'll let me go.
I will walk you out to that door. Meanwhile, keeping up my detect thoughts of if she's thinking on where the stuff is.
Yeah, sure. Interesting. Her initial surface thoughts are certainly like, can I trust this guy? He seems, a lot of her surface thoughts are around like, I couldn't trust Malev. Can I trust this guy? Probably not. But if I tell him where the staff is, or if I can get just far enough away from the main group, she's certainly thinking about casting fly or invisibility to kind of get out of there once she tells you.
Okay, well,
she's not going to turn on you and fight. You're definitely getting I'm going to try and escape kind of as soon as I tell them, true to her word, but she is looking for a spell to try and escape with.
No ready in action.
What are you readying? And
ready my pistol, boy.
Okay, yeah. For as soon as she tells where the staff is, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna like grab her by the hand. I'm gonna lift her up onto her feet.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that she's gonna try and use a spell to escape,
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, "Where is the staff? You can trust us."
She kind of looks around, everyone looking angry at her. Give me another deception check.
Me as well?
I know you're very good at. Yeah, Pauly, give me one as well. See if she.
Or maybe sleight of hand, because I'm like,
I'll allow that.
Yeah.
She's not super insightful. Oh, she's
26.
definitely not. Oh no. Yeah. So she says, my Eldritch staff is in my quarters upstairs, locked in a chest. The passphrase is sorry. The passphrase is, only a fool would turn their back on me.
Only a fool would turn
their back on me.
Okay, please. I'm going to hold my action until she turns her back on me.
I'm going to... Oh, okay.
I think you're still holding her arm, right, Sorn?
Yeah, I've got her by the hand.
She's she's like, I've told you what you want to know that we agreed upon. And she's trying to like move away, but she's obviously very weak. She's only just barely been brought back to life.
One hit point.
And she's essentially trying to back away from everyone kind of that way. But
yeah,
you're there holding her, Yama's there, etc.
If she tries, like, I'm going to shoot a look at her. And if she tries to like forcefully pull her hand away, I'm going to let a shocking grasp go. She's essentially trapped. She can't go anywhere.
Yeah, she's not trying to like rip her hand away or anything like that, but it is that kind of like, you said I could go, and she's trying to pull away for sure.
I'm going to look at her dead on, as intense as Sorn can be. I'm going to say, well, I said I would walk you to the door, not through the door. I never said that you could leave. I said that I wouldn't kill you.
Her eyes narrow. She casts invisibility.
I cast counterspell.
All right. What is counterspell's limit thing?
Interrupt creature.
Does it automatically do?
What's automatically a 4th level spell?
Oh, okay, so it clears second levels automatically. Yeah. So she goes to cast invisibility, which she has to, with her free hand, kind of make some gestures. You seeing that, click your fingers, that fails, and her eyes just go wide in terror.
Yeah.
Can I cast hold person on her?
Well, I think at this point, she's kind of blown her shot, her whole action. So
she won't be able to get away.
Surely there's one of the goblin workers has come up behind her in the meantime and just
Yeah, I would prefer if the goblins
please.
killed her.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm holding her and I'm going to look at the goblin nearest her and just be like,
yeah, there's a
she's
guy.
all yours.
Guys just come up. The guy that's going to lead this fucking union took, just sort of came up behind while all this was happening and just got her with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, well, I think it's the goblin that was kind of holding his own against a couple of the armors with he's got a big axe and a saw.
Yes.
And he's sort of the biggest one out of them. He's got his suspenders, no shirt, little shorts, and just walks up, and the goblins kind of group up around him, and he looks to you, Yama, and says, in Goblin, I guess, seize the means of production.
Go for it.
And he just brings the axe down. She's held in place, so it's just easy. Even from his low vantage point, just sticks that axe in her back.
Hells yes.
And she falls to the ground dead.
Hell yes.
I like to think that her arm has broken off or something, and I'm just holding her arm, I just throw it at the corpse.
Oh my god!
We'll ditch the body. We'll ditch the body on that pier thing you were hanging out of.
We'll just throw it off. Yeah, throw her into the kiln.
We could. Yeah. Oh yeah. Is there an actual kiln?
Yeah, there's a forge and stuff down here for sure.
No, absolutely.
Throw the body
just covering up the crime.
Just for
I'm gonna.
I was just gonna say, just for a narrative purpose, because Karu wasn't part of that conversation. I imagine that he didn't want to waste the haste spell because he didn't really get to use it. So he's just put the little, what was his name? Brigger.
You haven't asked him his name.
Well, that's what it is. He gets the little guy, puts him on his shoulder, and maybe gets the tentacles to kind of suction him in. Mm-hmm. And he just ran around the room for a minute at super speed. He was just parkouring off everything for a hot minute, asking this guy really fast, oh, what's your name? Where you from? What's going on? Where? And then after a minute, he just slumps in the corner, exhausted.
Yeah, you're able to kind of do that Prince of Persia, run along the walls faster than you're already very fast, but even more so. You find that there's a door, sort of as you do a quick lap, there's sort of goblin bedrooms back there with little hammocks and stuff like that. As you cruise past, he chirps in his sort of mole language and points at a little hole that's it'd be a squeeze for you to fit through, but it's sort of seems to be a tunnel that leads even further down the mountain, sort of another way out. And yeah, he's just kind of squeaking at you a bit as you're cruising around, and his little orb of light is kind of keeping pace with you as you bust around.
Amazing! I'm just making a friend.
I am going to ask the one
for Sorn who missed it. That he looks like this, by the way.
My new friend.
He is very cute.
He's pretty cool. I'm going to ask the one that chopped her in half. Do you know where her quarters are?
He looks down at her and goes, well, Charmaine is staying up as a guest of the bitter end. She's got quarters up the top near the it's in the old, what's the word, belfry.
All right, good to know. And Sorn's gonna just look at everyone and say, I'll be back, and he's gonna go walk out of the room towards the quarters. He's got the everyone, when she said unicorn horn, Sorn's face sort of just twitched a second, and they've realized Sorn's realized that the unicorn horn, the last place it was seen, is on a person that is upstairs.
Oh,
So I'm going to
yes.
go up and get this staff, and then go on my way back down, try and go speak to the hag.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right, Sorn heads out. Does anyone go with him?
Me, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think we'll follow him.
if out of curiosity.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, everyone's just like, what the fuck is this idiot doing now? Like,
Yeah,
forgot
I
to
was-
say-
I'm just going to give some words of encouragement to this newly formed union, and go, guys, you got this. You know what I mean? If anyone asks where she is, we don't know.
she left.
Oh, and
She's on
also
holiday.
one favor, as it says, at the start of your union, I'm going to chuck them 50 gold, and go, can you make a Pauly costume? Just make me as a costume.
Yeah, the tailor who was kind of being harassed and harangued by Charme earlier, he kind of looks over, they all kind of look at each other and they give a bit of a shrug, and he sets off to grab a bunch of cloth and feathers and crepe paper and stuff like that.
It would have been so much funnier if they turned around and like, we're unionized now. No.
That's why I paid them a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says the sort of the union rep, the boss, says, anything else we can help you with, Gov? Is
Nah,
there any,
mate, you just let me know. You just let me know how your enterprise agreement goes, and we'll have a chat about that.
Yeah, so you guys still putting on a play later, or?
Yeah, we will be. We will be.
All right. What kind of, you got a list of props for us, a list of, what are the backdrops you're going to need? Have you
Be
had
honest,
a look at what we've got
are-
here? We might need to custom make some stuff.
We are winging it.
We got an idea. Like, we know we could give him some things.
Yeah,
we need a costume for someone to play the hag.
Yeah.
And we need someone to play a Pauly.
And we need some cloud scenery.
Yeah. And we
Maybe
need
something that can hang from the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah, and we need a backdrop that can switch from light to dark really quickly.
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
maybe
Yep.
just like if you got two big curtains of different colors and we just drop one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And maybe like a theater box kind of little set piece.
I will say, I think we'll actually move you, Karu, so you can have a bit of a look at everything that's here, because you did say you had a bit of a run around.
I ran around, yes.
Ran around. So you had a look in this room.
Oh, there's a moon in that room.
There's a
And then
moon?
you had a look in like some of these rooms and so on.
just because I want to see, I'm going to come to.
Whee! So is that moon like actually a thing? I think, yeah. Kara's like, oh, we're going to definitely need that moon prop.
Yeah, so stage props, backdrops, oversized items, anything bigger than the door that you guys came through can obviously like be winched up into the main kind of area.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's a big a big moon, effectively, like a big cardboard wooden moon that's been painted silver and gold.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think maybe Karu puts on his backstage voice, because he obviously, for the first play, he wasn't on stage, he was behind the scenes. So maybe he puts that voice back on again, and he just starts delving at like points. He's like takes the goblin through, like, all right, we want this. Can you repaint that? Can you get that fitted so that could fit my friend over here? And he's just like
Perfect.
doing
And
all that
then
stuff.
I'll just shake the guy's hand and go, let me know what the rates are afterwards, mate.
Yeah, so the moon, the disc painted to look like the moon, weighs 50 pounds, has a small iron ring screwed into its top, so it can be hung from a hook above the stage.
Great.
So that's certainly a thing if you want that added to your theatre production.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Cool. You have one fake moon
Yay.
that will show up. While you're in there, actually, Karu, pulling things out and pointing at things, you hear, with your excellent hearing, "Psst, over here."
I go towards it.
You see a little wooden marionette carved and painted to look like a human skeleton.
I stare at the skeleton marionette for a while before I'm like, was that you?
it appears to be tangled in its own strings, and it says, "I seem to have gotten myself into a wee fix."
I look at my little mole dude, and I look at him, and I'm like, "Should we help him?"
He gives you a bit of a shrug.
All right. And I grab the marionette, and I think I bring him back out into the where everybody is, and maybe I'm trying to untangle him.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh.
You're trying to untie your headphone cables here.
Oh, 17.
17, yeah. So you were able to spend a minute or so untangling the strings, and the skeleton marionette, kind of springs to its feet and shakes you by the finger, because he's a tiny little marionette, and kind of goes around and shakes everyone by the finger. His jaw kind of just moves up and down, like he's a little skeleton marionette. So it's just like as he talks.
I love him.
He's like, "Oh, thank you. Oh, phew." And he's like, when he looks around, his head spins 360 degrees.
Yay!
And when he walks, he has to walk in a kind of weird, flat-footed way. He's lifting his legs and stuff like that, so he doesn't retangle his strings.
Do you have a name?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
My name's Break a Leg.
Oh, cute. I like it.
And what's your name?
My name's Karu.
Oh, it's a cool name. I've never heard a name like that before.
I've never heard of a name like Break a Leg, so there you go.
So, yeah, I think it's a bit of a saying around here.
It is, yeah. No, very, very observant of you. We're just about to go out to check out another room. Do you want to come with? You can ride on my shoulder so you don't get tangled.
I was going to try and make an escape.
Yeah, you could do that.
Gonna, if it's all the same with you.
There's a mole hole down there. I think Karu points to the hole that he was shown.
Awesome.
By his mate, and he goes, "There's a little hole that I think will work if you want to. I mean, you could have a little adventure with us before you escape. We're not planning to stay around here long."
Oh, if I get spotted by Enderlin, it's all over. So I'd rather not go above stage.
What if you were a prop in a play? What if you were in a play? Would she care?
Maybe, I guess. I don't know.
It's up to you, man. You want to escape, you're welcome to escape. Like I said, there's a hole down there. It's just we have fun. And I can't imagine you've had a lot of fun being tangled up in this room for a bit.
Yeah, oh no. I was one of her earlier creations, and I apparently wasn't sadistic enough, so she just discarded me down here.
That doesn't sound fun.
But, I mean, if you're going up there and causing mischief for her, I love that for you. I'll tell you what. Enderlin is terrified of eclipses.
You don't say.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it is Motherhorn's worst kept secret. But just in case you hadn't heard it, I don't know.
I'm gonna keep that in here. Thank you.
Do you hide your unimpressiveness, or are you like?
I think the way I just delivered it is how Karu delivers it.
His head kind of spins around again 360 degrees. He's like, okay.
Yep, you've been down here for a while. I can't expect you to have gathered any new intel. It's fine.
Well, if you're able to destroy the lightning rods atop Motherhorn, if you can destroy them or steal them, Enderlin can't operate her arcane contraptions.
Ooh. Okay, now that's useful. I
Useful.
don't think we know. I mean, we're not trying to do that. Why would you think we're trying to do that? We're just actors. We can all play.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm a real skeleton man. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not just made of wood and balsa. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. That's the reality we're in. Okay. The lightning rods, you say? All right. Where are the lightning rods?
Atop Motherhorn, so at the top of the crag on the mountain. I mean, you'd probably have to climb up there from the outside, avoid all the lightning strikes, and then tear out the lightning rods.
Or fly.
You could fly.
You can fly.
Could fly.
Just don't get hit by lightning while you're up there.
I don't know who could fly.
Oh, me.
Oh, well, thanks, Breakaway. That was good. Offer still stands, but like I said, that hole, I think, will let you escape.
Oh yeah, no, I'm outy boombatty for sure. But I wish you all the best, and he gives you a little bit of a marionette kind of
Fun.
He says, yeah, if you're ever in other parts of Yon, I mean, come look me up, I suppose. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself now. I'm all excited.
Have you ever thought about being a pirate?
Being a pirate?
You'd look pretty good on a pirate ship. You kind of already work for the aesthetic.
Sure. Well, if you can find me maybe like a cool pirate hat. I
think I have several.
Yeah.
Probably in all sizes.
Well, I'll wait outside Motherhorn, and if you guys just want to pick me up on your way out, I'm happy to cruise with you. But if I don't know, I'll wait out there for a day or two. If I don't see you, then I'll assume you've all suffered the horrible deaths and kind of just do my own thing.
Fair point. That works.
There's every chance we won't pick you up because we have a very short attention span.
Also that.
I'm writing a note.
He's like, okay, cool. Well, it is what it is. I was made without and didn't fit into the real purpose I was made for, so I'm kind of excited to figure out what my new purpose could be. And he goes around and shakes you all by the finger again. I think Karu probably shakes your tentacle, then your finger, then your tentacle, then your finger.
Yeah.
And he scurries through that hole in the that you point out to him.
Nice.
Cruises out of there.
Love it.
Making friends with small people.
Yeah, so many cool characters in this little dungeon.
All right. Well, it's 8:48. Did we have a hard limit of 9 o'clock for some people?
I did, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's right. I think here's probably a good stopping off point as we, and perhaps at the start of next session, Sorn, we can resolve getting into the Skylar's, aka Charmai's, quarters and finding that staff. And we can pick that up next week.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Hells yeah.
Cool. All right.
To me...
Sounds good. Yeah. So thank you very much for another beautiful week. Another short one this week, but we loved it. And thanks to those people who tuned in and watched. I think we got a couple of follows and stuff. We always love that. And hopefully next week we're going to see this play. Not the Lost Sierra Cochrane Part 2. Something new. It's fluid still, It's the show must go on. It's opera, baby. It's all about the theater you don't plan. And we'll pick that up next week. All right, bye-bye.